Hi, this is a webinar on how to create a skill cycler in the Reports tool in the ThinkWave system. This allows you to display skills or standards on a report card or transcript. Since we will need to preview this widget as we adjust the look of it, we will need to create a report to save the widget to. Click Add Report at the top left. And let's call this Demo, and organize it as one student per page. The layout is divided into 12 segments, but for this we'll use it as a quick reference. So make it 12/12 for the row, and the cell 12. You'll have to make the other cell 0, which will prompt you to delete it. Then click Save. Now go up to the Widget subtab at the top. We'll need to create a couple different widgets to use this widget. First, let's create a table called Skills Grades, and click Save. First, we'll need to figure out what terms we want to display in reference to the skills. So let's open another tab in the ThinkWave system and go to the Setup tab, and under Schedules, select Terms and Subterms. Here there's 2 semesters and 4 quarters, for a total of 6 terms to display. So let's go back to the widget. Since we'll want the skill name, we'll make it 7 columns and 1 row. Then click Save. Now we will need to determine how much space each column takes up. By default, the system divides the page into 12. But here, in max columns, we can change the divide number into something higher to give us better accuracy. So we'll change it to times 5, which will give us 60 to divide the columns into. Let's make the first one 18, which gives us 42 to divide by 6, which is 7. The system will tell you if your math is off. Once you finish here, we'll add some merge functions. Merge functions are the commands that allow you to automatically pull data such as grades. The instructions for the merge functions can be found here below the text window. This gives you the definitions for the basic functions. And below here you have the commands, the descriptions, the variables available, and a sample. First, we'll put a merge function in to display the skill name. Just go down here, and here it is. Now copy and paste it into the first cell. Next, we'll display the skills for each term. Down here, under skill_grade, we have some modifiers. So copy the merge function, then inside the brackets add pipe term underscore SEL colon term underscore 1 pipe round colon 0 pipe strip underscore zeros colon true. Then copy and paste the merge function into each column, replacing the term 1 for the term 2, and so on. When you've finished, click Save. We'll also want a header for the class names and the terms. So let's clone this widget and change the name to Skills Grades Header. For the first cell, just type in course name with a colon. Then for the next cell, put in a merge function for displaying the term. The first sample here will display the term. We just have to add the _1 to the end. Then copy and paste the merge function into each column, replacing the term 1 for the term 2, and so on. Now let's make it look a little nicer by making the first cell H1 inverse and the other columns H2 inverse. Then here, select medium dark shade. Click Save and let's create another widget. Since the skills will display with the context of the classes and the grades, we'll need to create a widget to display the class grades as well. So clone this widget and name it Class Grades. Enter the merge function for class into the first column. For the rest of the columns, we can just copy and paste the final grade sample down here. Then replace the term 2 for term 1, and so on. Click Save and let's create a new widget by clicking the Add Widget at the top left. We'll call it Skill Cycler and make it a Skill Cycler. Then add the skills grades to it here. Create another widget. Call it Class Cycler and make it a Class Cycler. Then add the Class Grades widget and a half space and finally the Skills Cycler and click Save. Now let's add one last widget. We'll call it Skill Cycler Column and make it a column. Then add the Skills Grade header, a half space, and finally the Class Cycler widget. Then click Save. To preview this, we'll go back to the layout and add a Skill Cycler column. Then click Save. Now go back to the other tab open in ThinkWave.com and go to the Reports tab, and under Custom Reports, click Demo. You'll have to select each term here. Then select a student and click Generate. You'll see here's a class name, the skills names, and the respective grades. And that's how you use the Skill Cycler widget in the Reports tool for the ThinkWave system. Thanks for watching.